Most men think performance is about stamina or skill. But the truth is, real control begins in the brain, not the body. When you understand how the nervous system manages timing, rhythm, and energy, you gain access to something far more powerful than technique: awareness. I'm Dr. Mia Grant, and today we'll explore the hidden science of control and connection, how your body's circulation, hormones, and neural feedback loops determine performance, pleasure, and confidence. The goal isn't to memorize moves or methods. It's to understand what your body is already capable of when it's balanced, calm, and connected. By the end of this video, you'll see why control isn't about holding back. It's about being fully in sync, mentally steady, physically grounded, and emotionally aware. Performance is controlled by one system, the autonomic nervous system, which has two modes: sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, rest and respond. Most men live in the first mode, tense, rushed, overthinking. But the key to endurance and connection lies in the second. When you activate the parasympathetic system through steady breathing, focus, and calm rhythm, your heart rate stabilizes, blood flow improves, and the brain receives consistent oxygen. That's why professional athletes and clinicians alike teach body awareness first. Calmness extends performance by reducing cortisol, stress hormone, and increasing nitric oxide, the molecule that relaxes blood vessels. The result is not just better physical control, it's better emotional connection and presence. Rhythm isn't just movement, it's communication between body and brain. Every heartbeat, every breath, every shift in pace sends data through the vagus nerve to regulate stress, timing, and control. When you rush, your body floods with adrenaline. When you slow down, you re-enter the zone where precision and confidence meet. Neurologically, this is called entrainment. When the body's internal rhythms sync to a steady, repeatable pattern. It's what musicians, athletes, and surgeons rely on for focus. In relationships, that same principle builds connection and calm. The more consistent your rhythm, the more your partner's nervous system relaxes and mirrors it. Control is not tension, it's timing, awareness, and flow. At the heart of every confident performance lies one word: circulation. Blood flow carries oxygen, nutrients, and hormones that sustain endurance. When circulation improves, so does clarity, control, and sensitivity. The molecule nitric oxide, NO, is crucial. It relaxes blood vessels, boosts oxygen delivery, and supports the biochemical foundation for energy and focus. Lifestyle factors like hydration, exercise, and diet directly influence nitric oxide levels. Foods rich in L-citrulline, found in watermelon, and nitrates, in leafy greens and beets, naturally enhance vascular health. Clinically, this is why doctors emphasize circulation as both a cardiovascular and sexual health metric. It's all connected. Your circulatory system is not just plumbing, it's performance intelligence. The better your blood flow, the more efficiently your brain and body synchronize, turning biology into effortless control. True control comes from listening, not forcing. Every physiological signal, breath, heartbeat, pulse, feeds back into your brain, shaping focus and performance. When you respond to those signals instead of fighting them, your endurance and awareness increase naturally. This is the mind-body feedback loop, a self-regulating system that improves through practice. Each time you enter a calm, steady rhythm, the brain associates that state with balance and confidence. Over time, this becomes automatic. Your body learns calmness as its baseline. In medicine, this is called conditioning neural coherence. In everyday life, it's what makes you grounded, controlled, and attuned. Not only in performance, but in relationships, decision-making, and leadership. Control in the end isn't about dominance, it's about harmony. The body obeys the brain that listens. Circulation is the hidden engine behind focus, stamina, and emotional stability. Every cell in your body depends on blood flow, not just for oxygen and nutrients, but for energy regulation and mental clarity. When circulation is strong, your brain and body operate in sync. When it's poor, fatigue, anxiety, and low confidence follow. Blood flow is directed by vascular tone, which is controlled by nitric oxide, NO, a molecule that widens blood vessels. The more nitric oxide your body produces, the better your endurance, concentration, and recovery. Modern research shows that circulation isn't just physical, it's cognitive. Good blood flow improves neural activity, reaction time, and mood regulation. That's why managing circulation is one of the most powerful performance tools you have. Movement, hydration, and stress control literally change how your body feels and how your mind reacts. Think of circulation as your internal power supply. The better it flows, the more efficiently you perform, both mentally and physically. One of the body's most vital molecules, nitric oxide, NO, is the silent hero of energy and endurance. It acts as a messenger between blood vessels and muscles, signaling them to relax and expand. This simple process increases oxygen delivery, supports heart function, and enhances cognitive alertness. Every time you move, breathe deeply, or eat nitrate-rich foods like spinach, beets, and watermelon, your body releases NO naturally. It's not a stimulant, it's a stabilizer. Unlike caffeine or sugar, nitric oxide doesn't spike your energy. It evens it out, providing sustained clarity and calm control. Clinically, men with higher NO levels show better vascular flexibility, reduced inflammation, and improved cardiovascular performance. It's also a key marker for metabolic health and resilience against stress. Supporting nitric oxide isn't just about physical power, it's about longevity, helping every organ system work more efficiently with less strain. Your brain consumes about 20% of the body's total oxygen supply. That means focus, memory, and clarity are literally powered by blood flow. When circulation falters, concentration dips, and reaction time slows. But when blood flow is optimized, cognitive sharpness improves dramatically. A study from the University of Western Australia showed that enhanced blood flow directly increases neural efficiency. Your brain needs less energy to process the same information. This explains why regular exercise, proper hydration, and stress reduction not only improve mood, but also sharpen decision-making. Circulation and focus are inseparable. The same habits that support cardiovascular health, movement, balanced nutrition, mindfulness, are the very ones that stabilize emotions and improve control. Each heartbeat is a feedback signal from your body to your mind. Stay present. Stay steady. Peak performance isn't about pushing harder. It's about managing energy smarter. The body's energy system operates like a bank account. Deposits come from rest, nutrition, and oxygen. Withdrawals come from stress, exertion, and mental load. If you constantly withdraw without replenishing, the system collapses. Cortisol, the stress hormone, depletes nitric oxide and constricts vessels. Over time, this lowers oxygen levels, weakens recovery, and increases fatigue. The antidote is rhythmic recovery, alternating effort with relaxation. Deep breathing, hydration, and mindful pauses allow oxygen levels to rise and balance to return. Elite performers use this balance instinctively. They know that steady energy beats explosive burnout. Control means knowing when to accelerate and when to ease back, keeping the body's chemistry stable and focused. The science of stamina is really the science of balance. Confidence has a biological signature. It's visible in posture, tone, and even vascular rhythm. When your body is well oxygenated and your nervous system calm, your brain releases dopamine, the chemical of motivation and self-assurance. That's why clear circulation and hormonal stability often lead to emotional steadiness and presence. Men with balanced circulation patterns demonstrate improved mental performance and lower anxiety levels. They don't need to force confidence. Their biology does it for them. The connection between blood flow and mindset is so strong that even short bouts of exercise or meditation can raise self-perception and focus within minutes. Confidence, then, isn't a feeling you fake. It's a state you build through biology. When blood, breath, and brain work together, calmness feels natural, control feels easy, and presence feels effortless. That's what real performance looks like. Grounded, not forced. Modern life keeps the male brain in a constant state of tension. Notifications, deadlines, and social comparison flood the nervous system with dopamine and cortisol, keeping you alert but disconnected. Over time, this always-on mode rewires the brain to expect urgency even in moments of rest, including relationships, recovery, and focus. But the male brain is designed to perform best in clarity, not chaos. When stress rises, the amygdala, the emotional alarm system, dominates, and the prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for reason, focus, and control, shuts down. The key to mastering emotional control is reversing that order, training your brain to stay calm even under stimulation. Mental calm doesn't mean emptiness. It means direction. The goal is not to silence the mind, but to teach it precision, like a lens that narrows light into power. Calmness, in essence, is the biological foundation of control. Emotional control begins with biology, not willpower. The nervous system's parasympathetic branch acts as the body's braking system. When activated, it slows heart rate, regulates breathing, and sends calming signals to the brain. Every deep breath you take, every pause you allow, sends a chemical message. You're safe. That signal is crucial. It releases GABA, a neurotransmitter that inhibits overactivity in the brain and lowers adrenaline output. As these levels stabilize, the prefrontal cortex regains command, restoring rational thought and composure. This is why emotional control feels empowering. It's your biology aligning with awareness. Learning to recognize tension before it spikes and using slow diaphragmatic breathing or posture adjustment can instantly switch the nervous system into balance. The science is clear. Control is chemistry, practiced through calm repetition. Focus isn't about discipline. It's about neurochemistry. When you concentrate on a single task or emotion, the prefrontal cortex filters distractions and increases dopamine signaling, creating the sensation of flow. But this fragile state collapses when multitasking divides your attention. In men, focus is reinforced by physical grounding, breath rhythm, posture, and eye stability. These cues reduce cognitive noise, directing more oxygen to the brain and synchronizing heart and neural rhythm. This is why elite performers, whether surgeons, athletes, or soldiers, train under calm conditions first. They're not practicing tasks, they're conditioning presence. Focus and calm work in tandem. The more grounded your body, the more stable your attention. The goal isn't to eliminate thought, but to channel it through a single point, creating flow, a neurological state of full immersion. Presence, then, isn't mystical. It's measurable. Emotional awareness is not softness, it's strength. When you can identify what you feel before reacting, your brain gains time to choose response over reflex. This microsecond of recognition separates reactivity from mastery. Neuroscience calls this meta-awareness, the ability to observe your emotions without drowning in them. Practicing it increases gray matter density in the prefrontal cortex, the same area responsible for executive decision-making and empathy. Over time, emotional awareness builds emotional stamina, the ability to face stress without collapse. Men who develop awareness often describe feeling lighter, clearer, and more grounded, not weaker. The body follows suit. Heart rate variability improves, inflammation decreases, and hormonal balance stabilizes. Awareness doesn't remove emotion, it gives it direction. Presence is not a moment, it's a habit of the nervous system. The more you train calm under stress, the faster your body remembers it. This is called neuroplastic conditioning. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways that associate stability with confidence. Presence has 3 layers. 1, physical grounding, breath, posture, and balance. 2, mental clarity, attention focused on the now. 3, emotional steadiness, awareness without reactivity. Together, they create coherence, the state where heart rate, brain waves, and breath rhythms synchronize. In this state, you don't perform, you flow. Control becomes effortless, and confidence becomes quiet power. Presence isn't something you turn on. It's who you become when you train your biology to stay centered no matter what. Energy isn't created through intensity. It's managed through balance. Every man has a biological energy equation running 24/7. Production, consumption, and recovery. When production, cellular fuel, and recovery, restorative repair, fall behind consumption, stress, overwork, stimulation, fatigue sets in, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Your body's primary energy source is ATP, created in the mitochondria. These microscopic power plants rely on oxygen, hydration, and micronutrients like magnesium, B vitamins, and CoQ10. When stress, poor sleep, or dehydration disrupt that process, the system burns energy inefficiently, like a car idling with the gas pedal down. Energy mastery means managing both output and recovery with precision. It's about learning to oscillate. Work hard, then deliberately reset. The more rhythmic your recovery cycles, the more consistent your power becomes. It's not about constant motion, it's about intelligent pacing. Recovery is not idleness. It's one of the most active processes in biology. While you sleep or rest, your body's repair systems go into overdrive. Cells detoxify, the immune system regenerates, and growth hormones restore muscle and tissue integrity. The glymphatic system, a brain-cleansing network active during deep sleep, removes toxins and supports cognitive clarity. Meanwhile, heart rate and cortisol levels drop, allowing blood vessels to relax and nitric oxide to rise. In short, your body repairs best when it's calm. This is why restorative sleep, deep breathing, and stillness are performance multipliers. The body rewards rhythm, cycles of activity followed by calm. Learning to respect recovery not only sustains energy, but prevents burnout, inflammation, and premature aging. It's not weakness to rest, it's biological intelligence in motion. Hormones are your body's internal regulators of energy and recovery. When balanced, testosterone, cortisol, insulin, and thyroid hormones create a perfect rhythm: drive, focus, rest, and repair. But when stress spikes or sleep declines, that rhythm falters. Cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When cortisol remains chronically high, testosterone drops, leading to fatigue, low motivation, and slower recovery. Similarly, insulin imbalance from poor nutrition can cause energy crashes and inflammation. Optimizing hormonal balance starts with fundamentals: consistent sleep, nutrient-rich meals, moderate exercise, and stress regulation. Supplements like zinc, vitamin D, and ashwagandha support this naturally, but the foundation is rhythm. When you stabilize your routine, your hormones synchronize. Balanced chemistry equals steady energy and clarity. Your energy doesn't run out because of effort. It runs out because of tension. Chronic stress keeps your sympathetic nervous system active, burning energy even when you're still. Muscles tighten, breathing shortens, and your heart pumps faster. You feel tired not from movement, but from over-alertness. The antidote is activating the parasympathetic system, the body's recovery switch. It's triggered by rhythmic breathing, slow exhalation, and grounded posture. This lowers cortisol, increases oxygen delivery, and restores energy flow. Energy management is therefore a nervous system skill. The calmer your mind, the more efficiently your body recharges. Recovery isn't about stopping. It's about resetting. Once the nervous system learns that calm is safe, energy becomes self-renewing. The healthiest bodies and sharpest minds operate in waves: effort and rest, focus and release. This natural oscillation principle is built into everything from the heartbeat to circadian rhythm. Yet modern culture teaches men to flatten those waves, to stay in constant on mode. The result? Burnout. Mastering energy means honoring the wave. After 60 to 90 minutes of focused effort, pause for 5 minutes. Step away, breathe, hydrate, stretch. Those micro-recoveries allow the brain to clear adenosine buildup, the chemical of fatigue, and restore alertness. The greatest performers in any field, athletes, surgeons, pilots, all train their oscillation. They don't rely on motivation, they rely on rhythm. The secret to power isn't more energy, it's the right timing of it. Balance is not passive, it's precision. Peak performance isn't a single skill. It's the synchronization of systems. When your circulation, nervous system, and mental focus align, every action feels natural, controlled, and precise. This is called physiological coherence, a state where heart rhythm, brain activity, and breathing work in perfect rhythm. In this state, oxygen delivery increases, muscles respond faster, and mental clarity sharpens. You're no longer fighting your biology, you're flowing with it. The science behind this is stunning. Studies from the HeartMath Institute show that coherent heart rhythms directly enhance decision-making, confidence, and emotional control. Peak state isn't adrenaline-fueled intensity. It's composed energy, calm power, deliberate focus, stable breath. When the body and mind stop competing, you stop wasting effort. Everything you do becomes efficient, confident, and deeply present. Awareness is the amplifier of strength. Without it, energy leaks through distraction, tension, or ego. With it, your biology becomes efficient. Muscles contract with less strain, focus sharpens, and emotional noise fades. The key is interoception, your ability to feel internal signals like heartbeat, breath, or muscle tension. When you can sense these signals clearly, you can control them. This self-regulation activates the insular cortex, which links emotional and physical awareness. It's the difference between acting on impulse and acting with intelligence. Training awareness through meditation, slow breathing, or body scanning enhances motor coordination and stress tolerance. Over time, awareness rewires the brain for precision. It teaches your body what calm control feels like, and once learned, it becomes second nature. Awareness is strength translated into consciousness. Flow is the ultimate expression of balance. It's the state where challenge and skill meet perfectly. Effort feels effortless, and time disappears. Neurologically, flow is driven by dopamine, endorphins, and norepinephrine, chemicals that sharpen focus and heighten satisfaction. When you enter flow, the prefrontal cortex temporarily quiets. This transient hypofrontality removes self-doubt and overthinking, allowing instinct to lead. At the same time, the brain's reward circuits engage, creating a feedback loop of calm alertness. Flow isn't just about peak performance, it's a healing state. Studies from Stanford and McGill show that people in flow experience reduced cortisol, improved mood, and enhanced learning retention. You don't have to chase flow. You create it by mastering rhythm, breathing, and clarity. Flow happens when body chemistry and attention align perfectly. Peak state isn't luck. It's training. You build it by rehearsing calm, not chaos. The nervous system learns patterns through repetition. When you repeatedly enter states of focus and balance, your body learns to access them faster. This is neural entrainment. Developing a repeatable peak state involves 3 daily habits. 1. Activate. Brief movement or breathwork to wake circulation and brain oxygen. 2. Align. Focused mindfulness session to stabilize attention. 3. Recover. Deliberate relaxation phase for neural reset. This rhythm strengthens the body's internal coherence, lowering baseline stress while improving clarity and emotional endurance. Over time, peak state becomes your default. Not something you chase, but something you return to naturally. The body, once trained, remembers alignment like muscle memory. Lifelong mastery isn't about perfection. It's about synchronization. When mind, body, and chemistry work as one, health becomes sustainable, energy becomes renewable, and confidence becomes effortless. This is the peak state blueprint, not a destination, but a rhythm you live by. Its pillars are simple. 1. Clarity. Calm focus driven by purpose. 2. Circulation. Steady oxygen and blood flow. 3. Recovery. Disciplined rest and renewal. 4. Connection. Emotional trust and empathy. 5. Consistency. The daily discipline of alignment. These principles transform wellness from a checklist into a lifestyle. You don't chase balance, you embody it. When awareness and biology align, you unlock not just performance, but peace. The blueprint isn't about becoming superhuman. It's about becoming fully human, awake, resilient, and connected.